Hello guys, in this video I am going to discuss about how to implement the object oriented programming principles. Okay, so first of all, in my previous videos you already go through it. Okay, how the object oriented programming is going to be work. Now I am giving you real time examples. Okay, so in this real time example you have to see here, so how you could access the class properties, how could implement the class properties, how to initialize the class properties, how to use the class methods, and how it is going to be declared. Okay, so each and every point is very important. Listen carefully. So first of all, here I am discuss on how to declare the class. Here is the class is the name called as a sum form, sum class. Okay, sum is the name of the class, which is the beginning letter should be the capital. Always remember, while you're declaring any class name, that the beginning letter should be the uppercase. After that, here I am declare that is a properties A and B, which is initialized to 0. These are the properties, and these are properties are generally declared after the function, sorry, before the function, and inside before the function when it is declared, this is also called as static properties also. Okay, means these are the called as static variables. So how the static variables are used in upcoming videos I also explain, but in this video you know these are the properties, simple properties. So here I am taken one function called as the add function, and inside that add function I am initialized to that particular properties which are already declared before the add function, that is A and B, self dot A and self dot B. So here I am input by the keyboard. Okay, so int is the type conversion, and input is the function to take the data from keyboard and it converted to the integer type and store on a. So here I am forget to tell about why we are using self. So before before function, before, if you are using the function outside the class, okay, there is no use of self. Okay, in my previous videos you already go through it, how the function is going to be work. But when you are using class, okay, when you are using the class and object, here the function within the class, when you are using the function, here self is declared mandatory as a argument. What is the self? Self is the reference. Self is the reference, and it refers to the current class properties. It refers only to the current class properties, self dot a, self dot b. Okay, and self is generally refers to the current class properties or methods, but here we refers to the properties, and it is declared mandatory. You can't ignore it, because if you ignore it, then it is creating an error. Okay, if you ignore it, it's creating an error. So when you declare the function inside the class or methods inside the class, you have to mandatory to declare the self keyword, a self reference type. So after that, there is a function called a show result, where it is going to be giving the result output of two numbers which are going to be inputted by the keyboard, and that number is generally called a addition of two numbers, self dot a, self dot b. And here if name equal to main, then s equal to sum. And here sum, what is sum? Sum is the object and s is the instance generally representing the sum object, and that s is generally takes the responsibility in place of sum object, and to access the class properties and method. Okay, so here I am calling to the add method by using the dot operator. You already know why dot operator is work. Dot operator is the connector to connect the add function, and here add function is generally calling the function and input by the keyboard. You have to input the keyboard when it is calling the add function. Then it is initialized with the data, whatever the input, and self dot a, self dot b is initialize the data. After that, you have to call the show result function, where the result is going to be show of a and b. Okay, so type s is generally returning the instance type, and sum dot a is generally accessing the property of a class which are declared outside before the function, and it is generally accessed by the class name. So how it is can access by the class name? Okay, it is can access by the instance name also, s dot a, s dot b, already written inside the comment section. Or you can access that a property also class name, because before the function, when you initialize the properties of a class, that is also called as the class properties. or static variables, and the static variables is also called by the class name. So how to prove that properties are static properties or static variable properties, then it is upcoming videos you also know. Okay, so this is the simple format, a simple function addition of two number I am give show you through this particular class some class, and how it is going to be executed. Here I am forget about discussion about on if name equal to main. Okay, what is the meaning of name equal to main? Name is the attribute, okay, that is equal to the main, means it call. Okay, when if logic, if is the condition where name, if that particular program is main, then you have directly call to this particular object, create the object. Okay, then calling the function and implement the result. Okay, if you're not initialized with the main or a comparison with the main, the function, the particular class is not going to be implemented. Okay, the object is not going to be created. So when the compilation stage is going on, the when the compilation stage is at that time, the name is compiled connect with the main method, and the main method generally initialize the all the class objects, creating the class object, calling the properties or methods, and implement that properties and method. Okay, it's a very important, you can't ignore it. If name equal to main, it's increase the efficiency of your code, you cannot ignore it. Okay, it's a very important. Fine, that's all. If you like this video, please share with your friends, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon. When I am going to upload any future videos, you will not get the notifications. Okay, thank you.